the collaboration between Cashflow NFT and Miracle Cash and more, two companies that decided to basically join forces. One focus on customer acquisition, retention, and technology. The other uh, focus on sales and sales and developments. Anyway, so I'm not going to talk about that because this is not the point. The point is to just bring you up to speed because there might be people who actually see this video for the first time, and each video has to have a little bit of connection between the others. So before I go to that, to me, I'm going to bring you into basically what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is basically we're talking about um, tokenization of assets. Okay, imagine tokenization, to put it simply. Imagine, of course, you have company A, a box, one of those stores where you go and buy a pair of shoe. The company, if you're like a repeat customer, for instance, company, say Allen Edmonds, you're into the finest of shoes, or Johnson and Murphy, very guy. I'm speaking from the perspective of a guy, obviously, or whatever women's shoes uh, describe the best quality out there. Anyway, so in most cases, those companies also make shoes for both men and women. Anyways, if you're a repeat customer and you go back again and again and again, chances are your credit cards method of payments, because we're talking about the legacy system, fiat based, is on file. Well, that poses a security concern, a privacy concern, and of course, identity theft potentiality. Imagine that the company, instead of keeping your um, the company who provides say for instance, MasterCard or Visa, choose to have rather a token to represent the assets. The asset being, well, not asset, the method of payment, your credit card, is being replaced by a token. The token represents the payment, which cannot be, because it's not the actual item, the method of payment being Visa or MasterCard. A token represents the card. Since the token is can have like a ledger of how many times it's been used, where, how much, when, and the card is the token is used. The actual physical card does not have to be, whether it's virtual or physical, does not have to be used all the time, which is where irregularities in payments, security, privacy issues are concerned. The token is a digitized asset class that could be used in replacement of the physical or virtual debit or credit card, which then eliminate any kind of irregularities, because the actual asset to the company, um, who basically issued the card, the Visa Mastercard, uh, and can also be someone else's asset, is also someone else's liability. Okay, so we're not going to talk about that because that's a different topic altogether. The idea is that you go to company A, okay, you buy a shoe, and every time you use your card, you basically put yourself in danger because of double spending, privacy, identity issues. What if something else is used in place of the card? A You could call it an identifier, which is what tokenization means, an identifier that identify the method of payment without necessarily putting the method of payment being Visa or MasterCard in jeopardy. Therefore, the card, physical or virtual, is protected from anyone who has, let's say, unauthorized access to the data. because the real asset is not being used. That's basically what tokenization is. And not to make a big deal out of it, that's basically what tokenization means. Anyway, so you can actually do a search on enter tokenization, do a search for HSBC, or I can actually provide the link in the description of the video for you to read that, so that way I don't have to spend too much time explaining it, because that's not what I want to use my time for. Anyways, Miracle Cash and More provides the technology. Cashflow NFT tokenizes the assets of services of Miracle Cash and More. And we, people who choose to participate in the tokenization asset of it as a opportunity to generate cash flow for the using of services or technology of the company that provides that. And Cashflow NFT simply digitizes, tokenizes the services or products that generate cash flow of Miracle Cash. Simply put, because this is such a technical product, I don't want to be spending too much time on the technicality of it. So just to give you understand what it is. Basically, there are two companies. One company represents the sales force for investor acquisition, and the other company focuses on technology. Miracle Cash focusing on technology, Cashflow NFT, and through the playlist you can find out all the information you want to find out about. The purpose of this video, I'm in the you could say the sales force, the investor acquisition, investor relation, or not relation, investor attracting people who see the big picture and take advantage of monetizing the tokenization of the products of Miracle Cash and More. Anyways, that's what I'm all about. Since this is a very, very good platform, a good ecosystem, multiple services provided by Miracle Cash and More, 9 revenue points streams within this ecosystem. There exist multiple streams of generating cash flow. Anyways, there are products. Miracle Cash and More provides B2B services and also B2C, meaning B2B, business to business, and also business to customer. Among some of the services, you can actually see this graphic that basically help you understand what Miracle Cash. By the way, it's miraclecash.com. You can read all about it. And so we provide business to business, or we also provide business to customer. Uh, and that's what this model is, the B2B. One business provides services to another business. Miracle Cash provide the technology, the software that allows a shoe company to basically use its Miracle Cash's services to accept payments via crypto. And therefore, the businesses increase sales and the customer uses crypto as opposed to use a legacy system or a fiat based system. The B2C, okay, the B2C, business to customer, uh, among the many services of Miracle Cash, you have a retail store where people can actually walk into a store and get service. What is the service? Crypto in onboarding and crypto adaptation. Basically, we take crypto to mainstream. You can actually walk to a what's called an ATM in the legacy or fiat world. In this case, in our world, it's called an AVM, automatic vending machine, because within that AVM, you have at least 1,000 choice of crypto to basically use to exchange either from fiat to crypto or crypto to fiat or crypto to crypto. Okay. And then businesses can use a point of sale, either physical or virtual, for the purpose of allowing their customers to basically make transaction in crypto and web services. Basically, nine services that Miracle Cash provides, whether it's business to business or business to customer. Okay. So again, everyone who participates as from the customer side needs to be KYC, and then we do KYB for business, regulatory services, blockchain services, web services, crypto AVM or ATM, fintech services, and then reward system because we also have our own uh, Miracle coin and token. More about that. This is just a brief understanding, and all that has to do basically take roots in tokenization. Okay, tokenization, the way businesses are done in the future, utilizing blockchain technology through digital collectible or NFT for the purpose of adapting to a new method of doing business. Anyways, having said that, um, currently, we are using a legacy system, meaning a fiat-based system. There are multiple problems with that, and not to mention a lot of fees involved when making the fees to the business who actually use credit cards to accept payments, and the the security issue for customers who basically have potential, like you could say, nefarious activities done to their identity, privacy, and the like. Again, not the purpose of this video, but just to give you an idea, because we're talking about NFT. NFT is actually new to most people, and we don't want to just talk about something and without giving you a brief uh, idea what it is. Anyways, so imagine that you're new to crypto, you've never done crypto transaction, you have no idea what crypto is all about, and or you've been in crypto, but you've been completely in crypto via an old, um, one-dimensional via a website only. We allow you to actually walk into a physical store, create an account, online or offline, so you can actually sit with someone face to face, having a conversation, talking about crypto services via multiple stores in multiple countries in the European Union, soon to be other regions and continent and the like for the future. Okay. And it's all completely legal, regulated, and we are basically setting the standard for crypto adaptation to mainstream. Okay. And there are multiple ways you can interact with Miracle Cash and more to give you an idea what our services are like. So besides just talking about NFT, we're talking about bankable NFT project. We're talking about asset-backed NFTs that generate cash flow for businesses. Having said that, no part of this video is considered financial advice. I am simply am educating or perhaps coaching you what's going on in my channel. Should you choose to participate in this project, which is definitely optional, make sure you do your due diligence and understand backward and forward what you're going into, what you're getting into, or perhaps what you are viewing, and not taking financial advice from me or any YouTuber for that matter. Having said that, you are completely accountable for your actions. And yeah, so through Miracle Cash, you can buy, sell either through an AVM, electronic vending machine, through a physical store, online, offline, via an app. You can do it all in our ecosystem. But what I am interested in talking more about are the people who are interested in participating from the people side of it, the soft skill that are necessary. Should you see this? Should you see the presentations about the Cashflow NFT? Should you understand the company, the backbone behind it is a asset-backed, structured, regulated company, and now you feel safe about that, and you want to explore further, or at least this interests you. So where do you go from here? So we also have basically made several videos on this topic about the acquisitions, the NFT holders, that allows you to basically earn rewards on a quarterly basis for participating on the NFT. And there are multiple NFTs available currently until we basically sell most of it. We have UK and we have Benelux. UK consists of 4 countries, and Benelux consists of 3 countries. And again, through the playlist, you can learn all about it. Now, regardless of the current price of the NFT, which we're not talking about right now, but at the moment, the one NFT for Benelux is 5,000. So obviously, this is not for everyone. You must have the ability to acquire an NFT. You must have a base understanding of crypto, perhaps a willingness to learn, and you must have the ability to sit through and understand that being in the crypto space can be can be unstable, uncertain, that you have to have the psychological readiness for that. So this crypto investing environment is certainly not for everyone. And you must be willing also to put in the time to learn how to protect yourself online, offline as well. So, as soon, of course, you've done that, you have the competency, you have the requirement, you know how to protect yourself, you understand the basics of financial literacy, and you know if you choose to participate in any project, you are 100% accountable for your actions, then we can explore the possibility of participating in this project. So that way you can make a difference for yourself and your family, and also you can have the ability to impact a lot of people who are right now financially hurting. What if you get to a point where you're not doing this for the money anymore? You're just doing it to pass the time because there are 24 hours in a day, you sleep some, work some, have some entertainment and whatever, but you also encounter and meeting with, interact with people all the time who are, all of them are going through some level of hardship, whether it's psychological, financial, emotional, spiritual, and you have the ability to impact in a very meaningful way economically, because as goes the economy, so goes whatever else they're going through. An economy is the center of all of it. If you can take care of someone else's financial problems, you can probably eliminate 80 to 90% of their problems, anxieties, worries, especially these days. Anyways, so to give you a broad level overview, and since there are multiple videos on this subject already, um, we're talking about the ability to participate in this ecosystem, and also there's also a leadership aspect of it. Oh yeah, for you to participate in the leadership program, there are to be some level of social skills necessary. Either you already have it or you have the willingness to develop it. You have a reasonable level of people skills that you like to develop, or you already fine tune and you like to put it to the test and have fun, and at the same time incorporate personal growth as part of our community. We have a star program called One Star. Someone uh, who basically facilitate the sales volume of $50,000 and above, and a two star, someone who did coach and developed three separate organizations of One Star, and all the way to the fifth star. And every month, the company basically take a proportion of profit and divide it between the people who actually meet the qualifications of 1 to 5 stars. 1 star get 1 share, 2 stars get 5 shares, 3 stars get 10 shares, 4 stars get 25 shares, and 5 stars get 50 shares. Simply mean you have the ability to coach people to understand this NFT project, this ecosystem. You're a Boogie G or Boogie Gopher Club member, and to the degree that you exemplify your ability to coach, train, and teach, because you're going to have people who have the economic ability to participate but do not have the technical skills, the crypto know how. So be willing to also teach, train, coach those people to integrate into the crypto space. And at the same time, take into consideration that there's tremendous responsibility to be a person of influence in helping people meet their economic problem through this ecosystem, and understand also there's a willingness also to embrace a certain degree of financial literacy, because once you have your basic economic problem met, then you're going to have to work hard to learn how to keep it and not lose it through many scam programs that are out there. That is a responsibility that you have to be accountable for. Should you should you be willing to participate in that, then this leadership development is for you. While you're doing this no longer for the money, you're doing it because you love to help people. You're doing it because if you have all the money in the world, you've already uh, achieved a certain degree of success in this ecosystem, then you're not doing it for the money. You're doing it because if you have a way for you to eliminate 80 to 90% of your economic problems, would you want to keep that to yourself when you're encountering people? You go to work, you go fill your car with gas, you go buy food, you go to a restaurant to eat. There are people who are just barely getting by. And you have a way and you can make a difference. And that's where a the teacher, the coach, the psychologist in you wants to make a difference, and you know that you have something better, and you have a, you could say, a moral responsibility to spread the news. Where it's no longer about the money; it's about the journey. Okay, so you can participate in this ecosystem and take part of a leadership program where you can put your people skill or ability to learn to the test, and you find out in the process a lot about yourself. So since there has already been multiple videos done on the STAR program, so this is a high level overview, and so you can actually refer to previous video so that we are not repeat the same uh, basic stuff. And now I want to take you to where to the journey as you embracing this ecosystem. You're watching the videos and you're reviewing the multiple various videos that I've made, and you know you're intrigued. So how do you go about it? So first, you learn about this NFT project. You learn all the technical jargons about it and what's the difference between the two companies. You know, one is the technology, the other one is the Salesforce. I'm part of the Salesforce, but at the same time, I have to have a basic understanding of the technology part of it because people might have questions for both that I need to be prepared for. But I'm focusing on building a Salesforce so that way we can change lives together. Okay, so present value of the NFT today is 5,000 for Benelux, 10,000 for UK. So you're looking at this. Okay, first of all, do you have a certain degree of crypto knowledge? Yes or no? Okay. Do you have the ability to participate in this economically? Yes or no? And if you do, you can participate. If you don't, then are you willing to share in order to earn the possibility? Because your ability to participate does not necessarily mean that you cannot engage in the sales force because it's not based on your ability, it's based on various factors. Okay, should you have the economic ability but do not want to share, that's a choice. Should you have the economic ability and share so that way you can earn a passive income as opposed to, you're retired, crypto seems, oh, maybe this is the future you cannot avoid, so you start learning. How about make that a side gig? And that could be a very profitable side gig when you consider 10% for each NFT. It's a two-tier system. First tier uh, is 10% for every NFT that you sell. Second tier is 5% for every NFT that someone acquires using your free referral link that when you participate, you create. First of all, it's free to start, and it's not an obligation that you participate economically. However, you may have the ability to participate and also share because if each NFT is 5,000, that's a $500 sell for each NFT. Now Benelux is 5,000 currently, and UK, okay, let's say Benelux BE, uh, and UK is 10K, Benelux is 5K. So that's $1,000 for when someone get a Benelux, a UK membership, and Benelux is 500. Okay, what job? Okay, what are you doing income wise? That or a side gig you can do anytime. You're free. You're your own boss, and you can do it anytime you want. That just for coaching people to help people get out of their own economic misery that you're in, and you're getting paid $500 per sale per membership minimum. Or you could say, I set my own hours, I set my own pay, and I earned. I'm making a living on helping other people help solve the money problems. So, minimum. And of course, we have some NFTs that are 35K, 20K, and you're talking about one sell. Uh, You understand this big picture. Trust me, someone has the ability, they're not going to think twice participating if they have the ability and if they see the big picture and if they understand it. Okay. So at this point, uh, once you go beyond the two tier, then the incentive, the immediate incentive is cut off. So how do you then participate and still want to share? First of all, there's no limit to how wide there's width and depth. There's no limit of how wide you can basically share this with. You can share this with 100 people, one person, or 1,000 people. It doesn't really matter, but it's based on the number of membership available. So if the membership is 2,000, that once we sell the membership, then pretty much the sell ends, and then we have other products and services that you can participate in. Say, for instance, there's only, you know, 2,000 Benelux, okay? But there's a race to who can either acquire or sell until we complete or deplete the membership requirement, which is 2,000 for Benelux. Right now, there's about 500 left at 5,000 each, okay? And you can make a difference, help other people, and at the same time, get a quick $500 for helping somebody do what's best for them. Well, what's best for them according to their economic reasons right now for the future, so they can secure their future with the cash flow asset backed ecosystem. Okay, now the next step is, all right, so you fulfill the requirement, um, a limited number of membership, and the next step is, and this is you. Okay, so you're sharing with this person, that person, you're sharing with a number of people who acquire an NFT. Okay, and once you get to 50,000 in volume, then you can participate in a 1 star for 1 share. Okay, 1 star, 1 share, 50K minimum volume. Okay, at the same time, of all these people that you're sharing with, assuming of course you take time to help them understand what they're getting into, they meet the basic requirements to participate. They are crypto savvy or understand crypto. They have the ability to participate, and they're willing to learn to protect themselves and take responsibility for themselves in this space, which can definitely be unstable. Some of them might also want to share and simply develop a team of three. You become a 1 star for selling $50,000 worth. You will also identify. Um, you can also identify three key people who wants to do what you do. Sell 50,000 in volume. Once you have three people who do the same thing that you did, so now you advance to the 2 star. Again, my previous video communicate that, so I'm not gonna go into that because my previous video basically broke it down in details. It's just a matter from that point on, uh, replicate the 1 star, 2 star, 3 stars. So you developed, and you yourself become a 1 star by selling $50,000 worth of NFT, and then find three people do the same, and then you can basically move up to the 1 to 5 star project. Now, the NFT rewards paid on a quarterly basis at the star program, the leadership, the management of the sales force to generate cash flow to the company to operate, uh, comes from our end, doing our part to educate and coach, and according to their ability, they participate. And you can make a very good living selling NFT membership and creating a sales force that creates cash flow monthly in our ecosystem. And there are multiple ways to participate in our ecosystem, coming up with a reward program through a technology division, with our own master nodes and gas coin coming up where someone can participate, where you may not want to technically participate in the NFT, or you can participate in the NFT and also take part of other aspect of our ecosystem to generate cash flow for you. And you can take care of your car payment, mortgage, or whatever you do, take a vacation that you've been meaning to take but couldn't have, or perhaps didn't have the ability to, crypto can make it happen. And we are the ecosystem that's making it happen. We also have an event coming up in July. It's called a View, and contact me to find out more about it. You can actually watch the other videos that I've done on this subject, and either see the presentations about Cashflow NFT and Miracle Cash and more, and see the various videos that I've done regarding the STAR program in details. Today I had to do a video because I had the time, and also we got some awesome updates that I cannot get into right now. But I look forward to drip it in bite size, and so that way you don't have to feel like I'm hyping this just for the sell. To be clear, it doesn't matter to me what you do, whether you see this or not. Everyone uh, participate in this according to their ability. And since it's not required that you participate economically, you can participate, create a free account, and share. And basically, let's spread the word and help as many people find out about this opportunity, and everyone get to participate according to their ability. The ability to share or the ability to participate by becoming a membership owner of the Boogie G, and also be part of our uh, exciting community.